You stand up from your favorite chair, ready to walk to the kitchen, yet your legs feel heavier than you remember. Each step seems slower, your balance feels less steady, and you wonder if this is simply part of getting older. The truth is, it may not be age alone. It might be hiding right in your fruit bowl. Some of the sweetest, most colorful fruits we have trusted for decades could be quietly draining your strength, stealing the stability in your legs, and making painful leg cramps more common. According to researchers at Harvard, high amounts of sugar from certain fruits can increase inflammation, reduce collagen in muscles, and accelerate loss of lower body strength in adults over 60. This is not about cutting out all fruit. It is about knowing which ones to limit and how to enjoy them without harming your mobility. In the next few minutes, we will uncover 7 popular fruits that may be doing more harm than good, starting with one you probably enjoy every summer. After 60, your body does not process sugar the same way it once did, and that change affects more than just your energy levels. Muscles, nerves, and connective tissues all rely on a steady, balanced supply of fuel, and when that balance is disrupted, your legs can lose power far faster than you realize. Many fruits, even the ones that look fresh and healthy, are packed with natural sugars like glucose and fructose. When these sugars enter your bloodstream quickly, they cause a sharp rise in blood sugar followed by a rapid drop. That sudden shift can leave your muscles underfueled, making every step feel heavier. Over time, repeated sugar spikes can also trigger chronic inflammation, which slowly breaks down collagen in your joints and muscle fibers. Without strong collagen, your legs lose their natural stability, and you may notice more frequent stiffness or even mild leg cramps. Another hidden factor is the loss of key minerals. As we age, we absorb less magnesium and calcium from food, both of which are critical for muscle contraction and nerve signaling. When you pair high sugar intake with low nutrient density, the result is a body that struggles to maintain steady energy for your legs. You may walk shorter distances, avoid stairs, or find it harder to stand for long periods. This is why the type of fruit you choose, the portion you eat, and what you combine it with all matter more than ever. You do not need to fear fruit, but you do need to understand how it interacts with your aging muscles. The good news is that with the right swaps and a little planning, you can keep enjoying natural sweetness while protecting your leg strength. Let us start with one of the most common fruits you will find in kitchens and grocery stores across America, a fruit that seems harmless until you learn how it can quietly slow you down. Fruit number 7, grapes. Picture a summer afternoon with a bowl of crisp, juicy grapes sitting on the table, their cool sweetness tempting you to take handful after handful. Grapes seem like the perfect light snack, easy to wash, easy to chew, and packed with refreshing flavor. But for adults over 60, this innocent habit may quietly sap your energy and weaken your legs over time. Grapes are naturally high in glucose and fructose, 2 simple sugars that enter your bloodstream quickly. Without much fiber to slow digestion, your blood sugar can spike within minutes of eating them, forcing your body to release insulin in a rush. That rapid rise and fall in blood sugar leaves your muscles without a steady stream of energy, making each step feel heavier and reducing your stamina for walking or climbing stairs. According to researchers at Tufts University, older adults who regularly consumed high glycemic fruits like grapes experienced a noticeable decline in lower body performance over a 12-month period, including slower walking speed and reduced grip strength. The issue is not just sugar. Grapes are relatively low in key minerals like magnesium and potassium when compared to the volume of sugar they provide, which means they can contribute to more frequent leg cramps if they displace more nutrient-rich snacks in your diet. Over time, repeated sugar spikes combined with low nutrient density can encourage inflammation, a process that gradually weakens muscle fibers and reduces flexibility in the tendons that support your knees and ankles. This does not mean you must give up grapes entirely. The key is portion control and pairing. Instead of eating a large bowl on their own, limit yourself to a small handful and always combine them with a source of protein or healthy fat. A few cubes of cheese, a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, or a small handful of walnuts can slow down sugar absorption, keeping your blood sugar more stable and your muscles fueled for longer. Another option is to choose grapes that are slightly less ripe, as they contain a bit less sugar and more resistant starch. By making these small adjustments, you can still enjoy the flavor of grapes without letting them undermine your leg strength or mobility. Now let us move to another fruit that often appears in summer baskets and holiday desserts, one that hides more sugar than you might expect in such a small package. Fruit number 6, cherries. Imagine a sunny afternoon at a farmer's market where you spot a basket of deep red cherries, their glossy skins catching the light and promising a burst of sweet flavor. Cherries have long been praised for their antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which are known to help fight inflammation. Yet for seniors, especially those over 60, these little fruits can deliver more sugar than your body can handle in one sitting. A single cup of cherries can contain over 18 grams of sugar, and because they are soft and low in fiber, that sugar is absorbed rapidly into your bloodstream. This sudden surge causes your insulin levels to spike, followed by the inevitable crash that leaves your muscles underfueled and your legs feeling heavier. Over time, these rapid shifts in blood sugar can contribute to chronic inflammation that slowly wears down collagen in your muscles and joints. Without healthy collagen, your legs lose stability, making it harder to maintain balance or recover from fatigue. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed high-sugar fruits frequently had greater difficulty maintaining walking speed compared to those who chose lower-sugar options. The problem is compounded if cherries replace more nutrient-dense snacks in your daily routine, since they provide modest amounts of magnesium and potassium relative to their sugar content. This can contribute to occasional leg cramps, particularly if your diet is already low in these vital minerals. The good news is you do not have to give up cherries entirely. The key is to enjoy them in small portions and at the right time. Instead of eating them alone as a mid-afternoon snack, try pairing 5 or 6 cherries with a serving of plain Greek yogurt or a small handful of almonds. This combination slows sugar absorption and provides protein and healthy fat to keep your muscles energized for longer. You might also consider mixing cherries with lower sugar fruits like blueberries to balance out their impact on blood sugar. By making these small adjustments, you can still enjoy the sweet tart flavor of cherries without letting them undermine your leg strength or overall mobility. Next, we will look at a fruit that many people add to their salads and breakfast bowls without realizing it may be one of the most concentrated sources of sugar in their kitchen. Fruit 5, dried cranberries. Think about the last time you sprinkled dried cranberries over a salad, mixed them into a batch of homemade granola, or grabbed a handful as a quick snack. Their tangy sweetness feels like the perfect balance between healthy and satisfying. Yet for seniors, especially those over 60, dried cranberries can quietly deliver more sugar than your muscles can manage. Most commercially sold dried cranberries are heavily sweetened during processing because the fresh fruit is naturally tart. This added sugar, combined with the natural fructose in the berries, creates a concentrated source of quick-absorbing carbohydrates. Without the water content and much of the natural fiber found in fresh cranberries, the sugars in the dried form enter your bloodstream rapidly, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar followed by a drop that can leave your legs feeling weaker. Over time, repeated sugar surges can contribute to low-grade inflammation, which gradually breaks down muscle fibers and reduces the elasticity of tendons that support balance and stability. Research from Harvard School of Public Health notes that frequent consumption of high-sugar dried fruits can accelerate declines in lower body strength, particularly in individuals already experiencing muscle loss. The problem is not only the sugar itself, but also what is missing. During the drying and sweetening process, dried cranberries lose some vitamin C and other antioxidants that support collagen production in muscles and joints. This can make it harder for your body to maintain the structural integrity of the tissues that keep you moving steadily. For those prone to leg cramps, the low potassium and magnesium content relative to sugar intake can make matters worse. The solution is not to eliminate dried cranberries completely, but to use them sparingly and choose better versions. Look for unsweetened or lightly sweetened varieties, which are now available in many grocery stores. If you enjoy them in salads, combine them with leafy greens, nuts, and a protein source like grilled chicken to help moderate their effect on your blood sugar. Another option is to replace part of the dried cranberries in a recipe with fresh berries, which add natural sweetness along with more fiber and hydration. By making these small changes, you can still enjoy the bright flavor of cranberries while protecting your leg strength. Next, we will explore a fruit that many people keep in their pantry year-round, often reaching for it as a quick energy boost without realizing it is one of the most concentrated sugar sources nature offers. Fruit number 4, dates. Picture a small box of glossy brown dates sitting on your kitchen counter, often given as a gift or bought as a healthy-looking snack. Dates have a rich caramel-like sweetness that makes them feel indulgent yet wholesome, and for many people they seem like the perfect natural alternative to candy. However, for adults, over 60 dates can deliver far more sugar than your muscles can comfortably handle in one serving. Just 2 medium dates can contain over 30 grams of sugar, most of it in the form of glucose and fructose, which are absorbed into your bloodstream almost immediately. Because dates are low in water and fiber, there is little to slow down this absorption, resulting in a sharp spike in blood sugar, followed by a rapid drop. That crash can leave your legs feeling sluggish and your energy drained. Over time, frequent large spikes like this can trigger chronic inflammation, which slowly erodes collagen and weakens muscle fibers, making it harder to maintain balance and recover from physical activity. Researchers at Harvard have observed that diets high in rapidly absorbed sugars, including those from concentrated fruits like dates, are linked to measurable declines in leg strength and walking speed in older adults within just a few weeks. The challenge with dates is that they are easy to overeat because they do not trigger fullness as quickly as other snacks. This can also contribute to excess calorie intake, increasing belly fat, which interferes with the muscle signaling needed for stability. For those who experience leg cramps, the high sugar content without adequate mineral balance can make cramps more frequent, especially if your diet is already low in magnesium. The solution is to treat dates as a special occasion food rather than a daily staple. If you enjoy them, limit yourself to 1 or 2 dates and pair them with a protein or healthy fat such as almonds, walnuts, or a small piece of cheese. This combination will help slow down sugar absorption and keep your energy steady. Another option is to chop a single date into small pieces and mix it into oatmeal or yogurt, allowing you to enjoy the sweetness without the sugar overload. By making this adjustment, you can still savor the flavor of dates without sacrificing your leg strength or mobility. Next, let us look at a tropical fruit that feels like a summer luxury but may quietly strain your energy and balance one bite at a time. Fruit 3, lychee. Imagine peeling away the thin, bumpy skin of a fresh lychee to reveal its translucent, juicy flesh. The sweet floral aroma and burst of tropical flavor make it feel like a special treat, especially on a warm day. Lychees are often enjoyed at summer gatherings or found canned in syrup year-round, and many people think of them as light, refreshing, and harmless. For adults over 60, however, the high natural sugar content of lychee can have a more serious effect than most realize. A single cup of fresh lychee contains nearly 30 grams of sugar and very little fiber, meaning that the sugars are absorbed quickly into your bloodstream. This fast absorption can cause a sudden spike in blood sugar, followed by a sharp drop that leaves your legs feeling weaker and your energy depleted. Over time, repeated spikes like this may increase inflammation, which gradually erodes collagen and weakens the muscles and connective tissues that support balance and stability. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition notes that frequent consumption of high-sugar tropical fruits is associated with slower walking speeds and reduced lower body strength in older adults. Lychees also provide only modest amounts of potassium and magnesium compared to the volume of sugar they deliver, which can contribute to occasional leg cramps in those already low in these minerals. The problem becomes worse when lychees are eaten canned in syrup, as this processing adds even more sugar while reducing vitamin C and other antioxidants that support joint and muscle health. If you love lychees, the key is to enjoy them in moderation and in the right context. Limit yourself to a small portion, such as 4 or 5 fresh lychees, and pair them with protein or healthy fat, such as a few almonds or a spoonful of unsweetened Greek yogurt. This slows down sugar absorption, helping to maintain steadier energy for your muscles. You might also replace some lychees in fruit salads with lower sugar fruits like kiwi or berries, which can add variety while reducing overall sugar load. By making thoughtful adjustments, you can still enjoy the delicate sweetness of lychee without letting it compromise your leg strength or balance. Now let us turn to a fruit with a long history in the Mediterranean diet, one that is often seen as a symbol of health but can still deliver more sugar than your legs may be able to handle. Fruit 2, figs. Think of a ripe fig split open to reveal its soft jam, like center filled with tiny seeds, a fruit that feels almost luxurious in its sweetness. Figs, whether fresh or dried, are often praised for their fiber and antioxidant content, and they have been part of the Mediterranean diet for centuries. Yet for seniors, especially those over 60, figs can deliver more sugar than your body needs in one serving. A single large fresh fig contains about 8 grams of sugar, while dried figs can contain more than 20 grams each with very little water to slow absorption. This concentrated sugar is quickly digested, causing a spike in blood sugar, followed by a drop that can leave your legs feeling less steady. Over time, frequent spikes can increase low-grade inflammation, breaking down collagen and reducing the strength and flexibility of your muscles and tendons. A study from Tufts University found that older adults consuming high-sugar fruits regularly experienced a measurable decline in lower body performance, including slower walking speeds and reduced balance control. While figs do provide some potassium, which supports muscle function, their high sugar content relative to mineral density can be a problem, especially if they replace more balanced snacks. For those prone to leg cramps, this imbalance between sugar and minerals can make cramps occur more frequently, particularly when hydration is not optimal. The problem can be even more significant with dried figs, which are easy to overeat because of their small size and concentrated flavor. The key to enjoying figs without harming your leg strength is moderation and pairing. If you enjoy fresh figs, limit yourself to 1 or 2 at a time and combine them with a protein or healthy fat source such as a slice of cheese or a few walnuts. This will slow sugar absorption and provide longer-lasting energy for your muscles. If you use dried figs in baking or trail mix, consider cutting the portion in half and adding more nuts or seeds for balance. By making these small adjustments, you can keep the flavor and tradition of figs in your diet without letting them weaken your legs or reduce your mobility. Next, we will explore a fruit that many consider a gentle digestion-friendly choice, yet when fully ripe, it can deliver a sugar load that challenges even the healthiest legs. Fruit 1, papaya. Picture a plate of bright orange papaya slices on a sunny morning, their soft texture and mellow sweetness inviting you to take a bite. Papaya is often seen as a gentle fruit, easy on digestion, and a source of vitamin C, making it popular among older adults. However, when papaya becomes fully ripe and overly sweet, it can carry more sugar than your body needs at once. A single cup of ripe papaya can contain nearly 14 grams of sugar, and because the fruit is low in fiber, when very ripe, that sugar is absorbed quickly. This rapid absorption causes a spike in blood sugar, followed by a sharp drop that can leave your legs feeling tired and unsteady. Over time, repeated sugar spikes may contribute to low-grade inflammation, which gradually weakens collagen and muscle fibers, reducing your ability to maintain balance and strength. A study from the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association has shown that higher sugar intake from certain fruits in adults over 60 is linked to slower walking speeds and reduced muscle endurance. While papaya does provide potassium, which supports muscle function, the high sugar content in very ripe fruit can offset these benefits if eaten in large amounts. For those who experience leg cramps, the combination of rapid sugar absorption and low magnesium content may make cramps more likely, especially if hydration is lacking. The risk grows when papaya is eaten alone on an empty stomach, as there is nothing to slow the sugar's entry into your bloodstream. To enjoy papaya without harming your leg strength, choose fruit that is just ripe rather than overly soft or syrupy sweet. The firmer texture usually means slightly less sugar and more fiber. Pairing papaya with a squeeze of fresh lime juice can also help lower the glycemic impact, while adding a protein or healthy fat source like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or a small handful of nuts can provide steady energy for your muscles. By making these small changes, you can keep papaya as part of your diet while protecting your mobility and balance. Now that we have covered all 7 fruits that may challenge your leg strength, it is time to bring everything together with a few clear takeaways and practical steps you can start using today. So here is the truth. The fruits we have trusted for years, the ones we believed were always a safe choice, can sometimes work against us after 60. It is not that fruit is bad, but your body has changed. What once fueled your muscles might now leave you with less strength, more fatigue, and even more frequent leg cramps. Grapes, cherries, dried cranberries, dates, lychee figs, and very ripe papaya each carry their own unique risks when eaten in the wrong amounts or at the wrong times. They share a common pattern: high sugar content, low fiber in certain forms, and modest mineral balance. Together, these factors can trigger sugar spikes, inflammation, and slow collagen breakdown in the muscles and joints that keep your legs steady. The good news is you do not have to give up these fruits completely. By making small adjustments such as eating smaller portions, choosing less ripe options, and pairing them with protein or healthy fats, you can still enjoy their flavors without sacrificing your mobility. Think of it as giving your legs the respect they deserve, because every step you take without hesitation is a victory worth protecting. Pay attention to how your body responds after eating certain fruits. If you notice slower walking, heavier legs, or more frequent cramps, it might be time to experiment with alternatives. Remember, your legs carry you through every moment of your day. Keeping them strong means more freedom to do the things you love, from gardening to traveling to simply enjoying time with family. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 fruits surprised you the most, and which will you be cutting back on first? Leave a comment below, and I will personally reply with tips for balancing your favorite flavors with your health goals. If you found this information helpful, give this video a like and share it with someone who could benefit from stronger, more reliable legs. And do not forget to subscribe so you can join us for more science-backed, easy-to-follow tips for staying healthy, active, and independent well into your golden years.